Members of the Fourth Estate, my colleagues, comrades, today we are gathered here at the Technical University of Kenya, where the strike has been effective, where the strike is effective, where the strike will remain effective. We are going on strike as members of staff in all public universities who are members of UASU because of non-implementation of 2013-2017 CBA. I want to tell my colleagues in the whole country that for the first time in history of UASU, we are going on strike which has not received a court order. We have ever defied court orders. This strike is good. It remains one of the most valid strikes that we can ever hold. I call upon all members of staff in all public universities to intensify, upscale, and escalate this strike for so long as it takes, until all arrears are paid in total and the new salary scales are implemented according to the schedules of the CBA 2013-2017 that we negotiated, signed, and registered in the Employment and Labor Relations Court. Thank you very much. I now hand over to the National Secretary General to address you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The University Academic Staff Union members are on strike, and when I was issuing this strike notice, I indicated to IPUCCF that the strike notice was irrevocable. And indeed it is irrevocable. For 21 days, we gave a notice. Nobody bothered to call us to negotiate. We extended the notice by another 7 days. Nobody bothered to call us. And now we are saying the only thing that can make us call off this strike is when our members have their money in their pockets. I want to say that in March, we negotiated with the IPUCCF, and there are conditions that we gave. One is that all internal CBAs were to be concluded by 15th May of 2017. As we speak, those internal CBAs have not been negotiated, they have not been concluded, they have not been signed, and NEC gave me firm instructions to only call off this strike when all the 31 universities shall have negotiated, implemented, and deposited the negotiated documents with the Employment and Labor Relations Court. So it is not only about basic salary and house allowance. We have basic salary and house allowance that has not been honored. But I want the university councils to also know that they have only reneged on an item that we agreed upon, that all the 31 internal CBAs were to be concluded by 15th of May. I also want to say that we are in the year 2017, which means we are 4 months late with our 2017-2021 CBA. Other public sector employees are already enjoying their 2017-2021 CBA. And this time, UASU will not negotiate at the tail end of the CBA cycle. So what I'm saying, we must start negotiating 2017-2021. Civil servants have their 2017-2021 CBA. We are not going to wait. So I want members of the public to understand that this battle is protracted. I want to thank our members for having heeded to the call of NEC. Our members are in total solidarity, and our members have exhibited comradeship throughout the country. I want to say that we really empathize with our students, and immediately IPCC about the government dispense of these things. I'm going to instruct lecturers throughout the country to go an extra mile and teach you daytime, prep time, and even dawn time. So be prepared. Whether it is next year, we'll cover this. I don't see this strike ending in the near future. It is not ending. I think I've given you a plan. 31 universities must negotiate their internal CBAs. And I must go to all those 31 universities to negotiate and sign and go and register at the Employment and Labor Relations Court. 31. Then we must also negotiate 2017-2021 CBA, which will also take time. So I'm foreseeing this thing can go for close to 1.5 years. Close to 1.5. Because if we don't do that, I want to say nobody is going to recognize education in this country. You have seen what is happening. People don't lecture. Professors don't want to stay in lecture halls because they are underpaid. And what I'm saying, we need a national dialogue in this country, because higher education sector is going to collapse. Universities are underfunded. There is no money for research. All these universities, I want to tell you what is happening. Even statutory reductions, they don't pay. Now we are in Turkey. Ask them when they paid their pension money. Duke University owes members close to 1 billion here. Suppose our members retire, and that is the only thing you have between you and life. What will you do? The pension scheme in Duke has collapsed. They don't remit cooperative deductions. The last time I was here, Mwalimu Cooperative Sacco wanted 108 million. That has 80. That has not been remitted. I don't know whether they pay tax. I don't know. So what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, we need a serious dialogue so that we can be in a position to reclaim this sector from collapse. Statutory reduction, universities do not pay. Another thing that I want to say that has collapsed is the health sector. Don't in this country at all go and treat yourself, then come and claim. Of late, you've been seeing a giant university. 2 days to month end, they write a notice, salary will be late. They didn't know the month was going to end. University of Nairobi, for the last 2 months, you've been seeing 2 days to month end, there's a notice. Salaries are going to delay. Bear with us. We are not going to bear with you. For the last 10 years, University of Nairobi was paying on 25th. What happened? Or the shoes is too big. When Professor Magoha was at the University of Nairobi, that was unheard of. So can University of Nairobi put the house in order? That is, we call it the Samambonum of universities. University of Nairobi cannot pretend to be paying late. Even now, as I speak, I don't know whether they have been paid. Not yet. And our members have families to take care of. If universities are now relying on capitation to pay salaries, why can't the government release the capitation in advance? so that our members are not disadvantaged. Another thing I want to say, in the year 2010, 2013, we negotiated a CBA. And the government was to provide the pension component. To date, I want to say the pension component for the year 2010, 2013 has not been released from the ministry. Our members have since retired. They have gone home without pension. We are not going to do that. Even as we speak, the pension component for 2013, 2017 has not been released. Dawa ya deni ni kulipa. What we are saying, dawa ya deni ni kufanya nini? And I impress upon dons, stay at home. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Solidarity. Wale mko nyuma mikono, nyuma yetu. Mikono. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Again. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong.
Right, those are the university staff strike who are urging the dons to stay away from work. Actually, he says that it might take 1.5 years. He has to go to 31 public universities to negotiate independently, the independent CBAs within the universities. Then you have to have a collective one, 2017, 2022. And then after that, he foresees the strike going on for 1.5 years. And the most bizarre thing about that, about the strike is that there's no money. So even as they go on strike, they're ready. But he says they'll cover up for it. Let's bring the conversation.